Hello everyone, it is Anthony Gamer here, and today you are going to watch me playing Pikabuu Unhuman. This is the next Pikabuu series that we can try to check in today's video. This is the recent Pikabuu series that were made by the same creator who made the Pikabuu series, and it has been released 2 months ago. So we're gonna be trying this out, and if you want to check this, I'll leave it in the description. I think if I can try to conclude that this game, it's quite unnerving and also kind of makes you play your emotion mental a little far ahead. You guys see what I mean? So let's go and try this game. And there's a warning before you go and try out the game. This game contains highly disturbing and inappropriate content. Censorship is applied throughout the game, so let's take the consequences. And if there are any kind of acting weird behavior, I'm gonna try and warn it for you guys. Okay, censor disturbing content. It is very mandatory, so we must take precautions. Keep tapping until it's full. So this is just a skilling test, so that in order you can play the game without any hazards. Alright, no skill issue, so we have passed our first test, and now we can start off with playing the full game. Right, Pikabuu Unhuman. We have played plenty of Pikabuu games before. I'm pretty sure we have done almost all of them. So yeah, including this one later. Okay, so we got to see that the house has been burning with fire, probably because the stove has been turning on since the morning. Okay, here is the captain. Quick, connect the truck hose to the hydrant. Right, so we're being asked the buddy to help out to the captain. Okay, find the hose in the truck and connect to the hydrant. If I can remember, it's on this side. Since I have seen the walkthrough before, once the game released, I think it's around January, the last day of January. And it went viral at that time. Who would have thought Pikabuu can gone this popular? Hence, this game has also been played a lot from my country, and it's amazing. It really gone relevant, which is I approve. Okay, grab more hose and connect till it hits to the truck. Connect the hose to the truck by putting on that tube. Then we'll grab another hose and insert from the other side of the truck. Right, it's like inserting puzzles. Okay, I think we need one more. Here you go. I think this will be the last one. Take the nozzle from the back of the truck. Alright, so let's grab it, and I think it will be on this side. Nozzle. So I'm not too really understand about these fire thingy. I'm not even too sure what you have to call it, but yeah, guess this is what they meant. Attach the nozzle over here. Okay, so it's like the head. Take the hydrant wrench from the truck. Still haven't made it to the main point of the game. Okay, hydrant wrench. I think it's around here. Turn on the hydrant. Okay, that one over there. So let's go all the way to the red hydrant and turn it on, so we can make some water progress. We need to save this house from the fire danger. Yeah, I think it's gone a little bad here. The smoke even gone black. That ain't good. Here we go. Pull the lever on the truck to release the water. We have done it. As a fire manager, we've done it. Done our task quite well. And yeah, This is our duty. Still burning. Okay, gun fade just a bit. Not too worse than before. Okay, Captain's still thinking. My team did well. Now we just wait for the fire to stop. While thinking. Do we hear something? A dog? Where is it? Don't even think about it. So we have to save the dog from the house. Put on the safety equipment. Okay, before we go, let's put on some safety things. Like the oxygen tank. How about the hat? Oh, we need the mask too. Sure. Take the mask so we don't need to smell on that disturbing smoke. Take the crowbar and the axe. Alright, this would be useful. Absolutely. So let's open the door. Alright, let's open the house up door. Seems like we cannot go through this way, so I think we have to go from the back. Oh, their noise is getting closer. So of course, they would be inside. Okay, let's open the door by tapping on the lever. Done it. Okay, we must save these animals from any dangers. The fire can potentially make them harm. And there are plenty of animals that we have to save. There are so many of them. So let's start with ask for help. Alright, using our walkie-talkie here. Hey, I need help in here. Now. Okay, coming up, sir. Let's rescue the animals. Start off with the rats. And we place them... Oh, just give it to our pal. Okay, let's give another one. This is the lizard, I think. I can't really see it correctly, but I think that was a lizard. And we got a cat inside of a cage. I've never seen someone who put their cat inside of a cage as a pet owner. And what we have here, it says a dog. It looks weird to be a dog like that. Right, there are 2 more cages, so let's rescue the the birds. Alright, 1 more to go. Wow, it's so smoky. Okay, got the swan. And we have delivered them all safely. And this is the last one. Got it, sir. What's going on? Did you hear that? Hear what? Be quiet. I think I heard something. I'm going back in. Get away from here. What? Okay. Seems like you've been hallucinating, maybe. Is it from this door? The sound was coming from this room. Oh, and it is locked. Take the crowbar and the axe. Sure. Let's take them both, shall we? I cannot take them. How about if I just use it? Okay, let's take the axe. Excuse me? Seems like I cannot interact with the axe or the crowbar. I could also run. So yeah. Still cannot get in due to this thing. Cannot interact with it. Maybe there's something to do with the POV camera. Let's test this out. Hold on for a moment. This is weird. I assume that I cannot get the axe and also the crowbar. What is going on? Why cannot I get it? Now am I supposed to go inside the room without my crowbar and axe? Do I need to hold it? Do I need to aim it at its exact spot? Interact. A little help here. It's been a minute since I'm in this house and I cannot even get the axe or the crowbar. Something's going wrong. Let's quit the game and let's try to use a bug scene here, which of course if there's a bug, you can always use this technique to be able to go to another scene. Let's go to the basement room because this is where I think we managed to get in after we got the crowbar, the axe. Okay, what is this place? An office? So yeah, after you got the crowbar and the axe, you can try to break down that door and then you can go directly down to the basement. Now fortunately they have this ability so you can try to skip to another scene, which of course if you have a bug, you can always do that. Okay, are these CCTV feeds for the house? Wait, why is there a camera in the bathroom? I know, I would ask the same thing too. Why would someone need to have a camera in their bathroom? Alright, I think he heard something else. Probably we should go inside of this room. Let's interact with this metal door. It has a code, so we don't know what it is. We don't know the number, and we cannot open this with the crowbar. But wait, there's a small door at the bottom. It could mean potentially an animal living inside, or it could be something worse. Crouch down. And let's see what we have. Pikaboo. It doesn't seem like that we can open the small door. Wait. Is that it? Hello? Somebody inside? What is inside? Wait. What is that? I think something is terribly going on over there. Hey, I need your help down here. Bring us on. Now, hurry. Uh-oh. Okay, a saw. A saw. I need your help down here. Bring a saw now, hurry. On my way. Okay, take the grinder right here. They can also be a substitution for a saw. So this could be helping. Okay, we managed to go to the basement. I'm glad that this person knows where he should go and where his captain is. This door is too strong. Just cut it open. Yes, sir. Okay, you better stay back. You don't want to get yourself hurt with the grinding saw. Let's see what we have inside. Break open the area where it requires the keypad. Okay, we managed to get a little preview. Press when the circle turns green. Okay, this is a target situation, so be mindful where the circle would turn green. Once it turns green, immediately click it. Okay, got 2 more to go. I sort of remember this type of mini game somewhere in my time when I was a kid. Wow, does it reset to 0? Oh, I'm glad it doesn't reset to 0. Great. Extra timing equals extra measure. Somebody probably dead. No, something's worse. What is that thing? It's a child. Why is he like that? Why is he naked? What is going on? Okay, we better stop talking and we have to get him out right now. Cut the chains quickly. So if you guys can see here, this is not a dog, this is not a pet, but it's more likely a human being chained like an animal. And there's something going on with this person who lives in this house, and we should take that person actions immediately. Sir, I think he's going to attack me. Are you serious? Then move back. I think he could be highly dangerous. Hey kid, we're here to help you. Don't be scared, we're the good guys. Okay, as you guys can see, I don't think he'd been taught like a human when he was a kid. I think he's still a kid at this moment, but he seems to be very nervous for seeing these people for the first time. Because apparently they never get introduced this kid to an actual people. Hey, you outside, call an ambulance, someone is hurt. Okay. So yeah, you can also try to reduce the sensor by that, I guess. Wow, we don't have much time. So this is how the kid looks like if we don't use the censoring. But I'm not too sure if I really need to see that for so long. You cut the chains, I'll hold him down. But there'll be one scene that I'm going to try to reduce the sensor due to the scene that it can be quite emotional. It's dangerous if he panics. Got it. So what we should do, hold him down. Cut the chains quickly. We don't want to see this terror, all the time. We've seen it all the time in the Pikabuu series. From the previous one, which we played. When was the last time that we played Pikabuu? Alright, so now we move on to another scene. Dr. Gavin G. Edward. Hello, this is Dr. Edward. Dr. Edward, your mental psychiatrist. Let's interact with the patient. How are you, Tasha? Are you feeling any better today? I feel better, doctor. The medicine you gave me really helps me with my anxiety. Good, that's what I like to hear. Tell me, how was your week? You can lie down on the sofa if you want. Thanks, but I'll just sit instead. No problem, just make yourself comfortable. Comfortable. After the chit-chat, a long story of how she got sick. It sounds like you're still feeling anxious quite often. I'll ask you a few questions. This will help me understand how you feel. First, you take the medicine as soon as you feel anxious? Anxious? Yes, doctor. Taking it makes me feel safe. So what's your assessment? In my experience, if you take a lot of medicines just to cure your anxiety, that means you're like getting in too deep with the medicine and you kind of get that addiction away. So I think it's bad if you keep taking your medicine. Just take it when it's necessary, like how I am right now. Coughing situation, that's going to lead to sore throat sooner. And how's your sleep? Is it getting any better? To be honest, I cannot sleep without the medicine. That is so bad. Because normal people can go to sleep even when they never take medicine. Probably. You said you forgot your medicine at work. That made you panicky, didn't it? What did you do then? Try to remember your advice. I sat down, closed my eyes, and focused on my breathing until I felt calm. Okay, that is great, so that you don't get too addicted with that medicine when you feel that way. Alright, good. Pretty good. I see. How did that feel? I feel very anxious at first, But I had no choice but not. I have no choice but to try and stay calm. It took me about 30 minutes for the anxiety to go away. Great. So yeah, we're scoring this person's level. You mentioned your canceled plans with your friends because you were afraid of getting anxious? Yes, doctor. I'd rather stay home than feel embarrassed. Maybe. I want to say neutral, but there's no option, so I'm just gonna say bad. Okay, don't blame me because I'm not a doctor. So yeah. Achievement unlocked. Great analysis. Okay, I'm not sure that's true, but you guys who are doctors, you can try to score me here. Because I'm more likely to be a patient rather than a doctor. Okay, Tasha, controlling your anxiety with breathing is the key. I will slowly lower your dose and will focus on the breathing exercises. I'm sure you'll soon be able to handle without any medicines. Alright, thank you, Dr. Edward. Thank you for your consideration for checking this little therapy. I like it. Okay, now we'll wait for another. Oh, seems like someone already knocked in. I haven't heard any noises that I've heard in my earplugs. Come on in. Oh, this is a police. Police, you need some medicine? Even though I already know what's gonna happen. Oh, officer. Good evening, Dr. Edward. I'm from the Bozeman Police. Can I help you? I'm afraid I have 2 pieces of bad news. Alright. First, your house just burnt down. Are you serious? How is that possible? Probably an electrical problem. Probably. Oh, I need to go home now. I'm sorry, doctor. But there's another bad news that you have to do. And what's that? And here's the next news that you will be hearing. We're arresting you for the illegal confinement of a human being. So this person who's being the doctor, Dr. Edward, is the culprit of this little kid who's in the chain. Cooperate with me, turn around and put your hands behind your head. Okay. I surrender as the culprit here. We're not gonna do anything that is make ourselves bad or terrible. A few days later, okay, now we're gonna get into deep with the story. We're playing as another character, so there are many point of views that we can do in this game. We got another character. I think this is like a nurse that's going to what do you call that? Investigating this case. Okay, it seems like we have to go straight to the guard officer. Hello, Dr. Linda. Detective Jordan is waiting for you in the room at the end. Okay then. Okay, Detective Jordan. Linda, you're finally here. Detective Jordan, why did you call me here? Just wanted to see your beautiful smile. Just kidding. How's the situation in the interrogation room? Ah, so that's the word. It's quite strange. Take a look at him. Yeah, he's been very quiet since. He's incredibly calm, even though this case is all over the news. Be careful with him. Don't worry about me. I have a red belt in karate. That's what scares me. I don't want the suspect to be the one who's screaming for help. You know what he means is that in his mind, he's gonna think that she's going to absolutely knock Dr. Edward out of their mind. By that I mean literally. Okay, just take care and try not to get too attached, and also don't get trapped by his little emotions that he's going to say later. Dr. Edward, here's me. Dr. Linda's going to interrogate you about something. I'm a psychiatrist, so we're both the same. Dr. Edward and Linda are both a psychiatrist. I'm here by a court order to evaluate your mental health. I'll be asking some questions about your case. You have the right to remain silent and refuse to answer my questions. Do you have any questions so far? None. Please begin. doctor. All right, Dr. Edward. So as you know, you're being held for a child captivity case. First question. What is your relationship with the victim? Is he your own flesh or blood? Nah, he's no my son. I have no connection to the subject. It's just a hooker's son. A hooker? Who are you talking about? What do you mean? If you don't know what a hooker means, it's basically a woman that pays. I mean, you pay for the woman and the woman do things to you. And it's a bad thing. It's like a gold digger woman. Was she your wife, a partner, or something like that? Oh, you think a hooker is just a name because I used to be angry? Even though that is not literally what the subtitle means. No, by hooker I mean a little street prostitute. Okay. So who is she? Did you know her? I didn't know her, I only met her once. Okay, now here's the scene that we got to see. Flashbacks. 7 years ago. Okay. Hey, Anson, wanna have some fun? How much? Just $150. I'm gonna negotiate. I'm gonna use 75. Yes, because I don't wanna spend my money a lot to you. Fine, whatever. We're in the car? No. Let's just go to your place. It's dirty here. Okay, whatever. Of course she's gonna accept everything because she got paid. And what we have? We got a baby. So this must be the baby's victim. 7 years ago. And let's interact with it. Excuse me, but your baby is crying. Oh, just ignore that baby. His diaper needs to be changed. You ain't taking care of him, are you? What, are you some sort of a social services? Nah, I was just asking. Look, if it bothers you so much, let's just go to the hotel. And he just smiles. He's been thinking some weird things in his mind, probably because he's a doctor and is also thinking of a weird experiment. Don't worry, we'll just stay here. No problem with that. Man. Okay, so this was taking place in 2022 at May 17th. Wait, 11:56 a.m. Isn't that my time? How could she just give up your own child to you? The power of money. I overheard $1,000, even though I just gave her $75. Oh, probably because we buy the baby. That's why we paid the woman $1,000. She said yes instantly. She didn't ask any single question. How old was the child at that time? About 4 months. My goodness. So he's been using this experiment to a baby. Absolute weird person. Make milk. Okay. First, let's take the baby powder. I mean the milk powder. Sorry. Okay, how we do that? Can't see the interact button anymore. Do we take the spoon? We take the spoon that looks like a Lego spoon, and we put it in the bottle. The baby bottle it is. Put it back. Then use the water. Oh, this is the water. Well, I'm gonna make some milk, so you don't need to cry a lot of time, baby. Shake. Shake the milk and give it to the baby. Yummy. But yeah, this person is now doing this weird experiment where he wants to experience a baby who has never seen a human, and that is why he used the turtle mask. I think there's also a behind message of him using the specific mask. I think he's going to explain it soon. Why did you lock that child up? What's the reason? For the science. Wanted to see what happens when human lives with no interactions. That is Yeah, this is the part where you're going to have your emotion to be played by the culprit. What happens if human lives without love, touch, or even punishment? What would happen next? Excuse me? Are you being serious? Of course. Why him? He's still so small. Because subject meets the criteria of my research. Baby, younger the better. Only 4 months old. He hasn't interacted with humans very long. And you want to leave him without any interaction at that age? Wouldn't that be impossible? You must have been interacted with him, giving him milk and changing his diapers. Yes, but the subject was too small to be left alone. Didn't want the subject to die soon. So, when did you stop the interaction? When he was about 1 year old, right when he could crawl. So the victim has been held captive since a year old? That's correct. But apologize, I disagree with the term of held captive. He is a research subject. He was not a held captive, but also isolated. I placed the subject in an isolation room, so that's why he cannot get the interactions other than the turtle person. Fed the subject and watched the activities every day. Also answered the question about the camera in the bathroom. What kind of food that you give him? For a baby or a kid, I think it'll be good if we gives him a regular food. If we give him sweets, you're gonna make the baby's teeth hurtful. So let's give him cereal. I mean, that's literally sweet, isn't it? Unless if it's a diet or less sugar cereal. Is that cereal actually a thing? Yeah, I almost thought that this is real, but when I tried to read it, yeah, only people who lives in my country would know what this means. Bring the ball. Okay, let's give it to the baby. Where is the baby? Where's the baby? Oh, there's a door inside this black hole. Ooh. We're in some sort of a magic world. Okay, let's see what we have. This is the CCTV. Got a good laptop. I feel like I've seen this wallpaper before. Could have sworn I've seen it before. Okay, give it to the baby. So I guess we have to go interact this door. And then we gotta crouch and open the small door. Alright, open the latch. And just place it there. Give water from the sink. I don't think that will be healthy. Like the water that were being used in the faucet in this country, mostly they are not clean. Mostly they are not clean. Most of us, we need to buy gallons of waters and use a dispenser to be able to extract the water to our bottle. So yeah, I think we need to insert this back to its normal places. Okay, I think that's all. Food and water provided. And now we're gonna monitoring the CCTV. By the way, this game is not gonna be so short, so it'll be about an hour long. Maybe even worse, even longer. Okay, move towards the food. Okay, let's target to the green. Another mini game that we can play in this series. It also happens to be in the other game, which is called the Silent Night. Oh, we missed that one. Alright, we almost missed that one too. So yeah, as a 1-year-old, we are now crawling towards the food, not being taught with any type of lessons and behavior on how to act like a human being. We're being as a weird, I mean like A human that acting like an animal. Basically what the nature is, and that's how it looks like when it's uncensored. But yeah, I feel like when you reduce the censor, it actually gives you more bad feeling about it. Strange. The boy hasn't cut the hair since 1 year old. Or was that 4? Couldn't keep it up. Was too flabbergasted. So you fed him cereal every day? No, the subject ate the same food that I ate. Oh. And you're saying the victim eats like an animal, of course. That's a natural way of humans eat. If they're not being taught using the spoon or a fork. I actually gave the subject the spoon, but because he was never been taught, he doesn't know how to use. And that was part of my research. Can humans use tools by instinct? Why it has to be humans? I monitored and recorded everything through the CCTV. Yes, every second of the subject's life was recorded. My goodness. I mean, what's the point anyway? What are you going to achieve at this point? So that people can appreciate you? People would just make bad rumors about this person. Literally. No such person would be appreciated by something with this kind of experiment. Nobody would appreciate it. Only himself. Okay, let's check back our CCTV. Yes, sir. Let's see the subject's activity. Start from the outside. Nothing weird going on in this house. This layout is quite normal, and this one's quite normal too. Subject is eating immediately because he's hungry. No change in the eating habits. Yep, still the same. Yeah, just keeps eating. Eating like an animal. Terrible human being. I'm not saying to the kid, but this guy. This Dr. Edward. Everything is running smoothly today. Subject is safe, perimeter is secure. Time to back up the data. The data. Transfer CCTV data to the PC. Okay, how do I stand up? Wait, no. Do this first. I see how it is. Okay, move the stool to the PC. My beautiful PC. Burn CCTV data into the DVD. Okay. I don't know if this would be potentially important for this guy, but yeah. I don't know how these things really work because I'm not living at this type of times where you use these things. You know, this was like 7 years ago, so 2022 subtract 7, that would be 2015. 2015 was the time for this person to do experiment. Okay, we have finally bathed it up or burned it up. Yay. Great. Now what? Date it. Okay, using the pen. And let's write the date. Don't know when was that, but we're just keeping them. 2021. Okay, so this was from 2021. I was wrong. It wasn't 2015. Put it on the shelf. Get the collection. Don't know how many years that he has accumulated. Probably from 2015 or something that's even worse. This guy committed things that are not legal whatsoever. Why would you decide to keep the footage of the DVDs? For documentation. I also like seeing those rows on DVDs, like a collection. You're a strange man. You say this was for science. Who authorized this? Who was funding you? I'm just independent, just by myself. No one else was involved. Then what's the motive? For science. Just curious, can a human live without interaction? I would say no. Humans are not animals, by the way. They're completely different than animals. We don't even look alike. Do we look alike? Probably monkeys, gorillas. I mean, that's the closest we can try to take the similarities between a person and an animal. But that doesn't mean that we are animal. We don't need to look about a child to a shepherd. You could have read books or journals to satisfy your curiosity. But that never ever satisfied me, even though I already read it. Besides, some popular journals contradict what I've discovered in this research. By uncovering these new facts, I'm sure I'm on the right track. You're on a very, very low on track to the end of the path. Does make no sense. Tell me the truth. Are you involved with the human trafficking, selling organs? Or were you selling videos of the victims online? You are all wrong. You can check the journals. Everything is documented. Never shared this to anyone. Didn't want the findings leaked too early. The world needs to be patient. That's right. That also happens to everyone. We need to be patient. I will share the results with the world. It will be invaluable one day. Can you keep this up, doctor? The victim was found naked. Was this captivity actually satisfy your sexual desires? This research is just a cover, isn't it? No, I don't have that any kind of addiction, especially boys. Check the footage. Perform a medical exam if you have to. You'll see. Then why keep him unclothed? Was that necessary? Give him the subject the clothes, but never showed him how to wear them. So everything has to be done with their own mind. I wanted to know, can a human wear clothes without being taught? Isn't it obvious they wouldn't? You didn't prove that. You're right, but something interesting happened. The subject realized the clothes could keep him warm. The subject started using them as a blanket or a bed. But being unclothed all the time, wouldn't he get sick? The subject did at first, but now he rarely gets sick. His body adapted because he hasn't worn clothes for many years. No, that's impossible. Smile. He's a killer deep down inside, trying to play with your mental issue. See, that's a valuable piece of information we can gather from this research. The medical records are all there. I monitored the subject's health constantly. Here we can get to see more of the flashbacks. He said that he read books. That never satisfies him. So to do that, he has to do it by his own. Oh, you reached 43 minutes. Oh, that's pretty long. We still haven't get to the middle part, I think. We gotta be quick. Right? What next? Subjects fall asleep. Time for a medical checkup. Great. So wear the turtle costume. Okay. So in order, the subject wouldn't realize that we're a human. We're an animal. Great. This is the strangest series that we ever played so far. Wearing gloves. Okay. If you don't want to get infected, push the medical trolley. Right up. Can you just imagine being this guy or being the victim? I've seen one similar case where a kid that been left by their parents and then they have to be lived with animals before. It's almost similar at this case. It wasn't like an experiment, but it's just a natural thing. Okay, measure body temperature. Let's see how your temperature. Okay, 36. Subject's body temperature 36. Let's just say it's normal. Measure subject's BP with stethoscope and spigeomanometer. That's a long name. Okay. Grab these and we'll check on the subject. Okay, pump the blood pressure. It's 105/867. I'm gonna say it's normal because I don't really to know about this. Okay, I think everything's all normal for Edward's point of view. For all of you who are doctors who was watching this, let me know. Does the subject needs paracetamol injection? Let's just say no. Okay, doctor's cold diagnosis. What's the function? I'm not sure. You said you wanted to see a human live without touch, but you touched him during the medical checks. I did, but it was a necessary exception. Tell me, how else was I supposed to check the vitals without touching the subject? Through instincts, like you said. And a turtle costume? Why that? For precaution. Didn't want the subject seeing a human if we woke up suddenly. Plus, the turtle costume is a symbol. Here's the point. Sea turtles are left by their mothers as soon as they were born. When they hatch, they instinctively move to the ocean. They're programmed. They survive alone without protection or guidance. Is that true? Is that true? Sea turtles already been left by their mothers when they're born. Only expert at animals would know that. Because I'm not. Alright, we're being as the turtle, walking on the beach. Once we were born on this world, we can now experience this reality. Hey look, there's the other turtle fowl. How's it going? Will the same fate will happen for both of us? Okay, we do walk slowly because we are turtles. We're not much different than a snail. But whoa, why do we have... I think that is a pelican. My goodness, a bird that ate the turtle. Oh no, pelican, pelican, pelican. Even though if that is a pelican, seabird, I don't know, but yeah, pelican. That's my guess. I was curious, what does a human look like with only a natural instinct? No, can't do that. Humans and turtles are different. They are incomparable. Smile. Hey, we wouldn't know the facts without proving it firsthand. You treated the victim like an animal. That is true. Oh, that was because the subject kept hanging on around the door. Okay, he kept banging on the pet door. That's why he got chained. To prevent him to reach the pet door. Also when he was asleep. When the subject woke up, he struggled violently. He was thrashing like a wild animal. almost choked himself on that chain. My goodness. And did you help him? Just watch through the CCTV. Would have stepped in if I would have stepped in if the subject was actually suffocating. But don't worry, he managed to get free by himself. Eventually the subject adapted to the chain. Much more likely a dog getting used to its leash. Terrible, terrible, terrible. If I were the judge, I will sentence this person eternal life. Even though, spoiler, it will be at the end. I need to pause this interrogation for a moment. I left my notes behind. I think that's just an excuse. I know we're all going to felt afterwards. Dr. Jordan, Detective Jordan, this guy's insane. We should take actions immediately. Are you alright? No. It keeps spinning. Feels like I'm going to explode. Calm down. Don't let your emotions take over. Did you hear what he said in there? He is insane. I'm furious. I want to kick his head over and over. I understand, but we have to stay professional. I can't. Don't think I can continue this. I'm a mother. I'm a human being. No wonder. She's a mother, so she understands about the child's feelings. But that doesn't mean that the child, is the son of this Dr. Linda. If you break the protocol, you'll face the heavy sanctions. Sanctions, okay. Consequences, you mean? We've been through cases involving children before. This ain't the first time and won't be the last time. Might not be wise, but you have to get used to it. But this man is different. How else anyone could be lying to stay out of prison? This madman keeps telling us that he's proud of it. Maybe that's part of his way of speaking to people. He's an autistic person. Dr. Edward could be autistic. You should take a short break, get some coffee or smoke outside. Once you're calmed down, please come back to finish the interrogation. Alright then, let's take a break. Don't look at me like that. I'm a little bit nervous talking with this guy a lot of time. Feels like I want to leave immediately. I cannot take this anymore. It's too much. Dr. Linda is out for a moment. 20 minutes later. Right, Dr. Edward, I'm back. Hopefully you wouldn't mind that I've been gone for 20 minutes. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's continue. Are you alright? Ma'am? Want to know, why did you lock him in the bathroom? It made the room much easier for me to clean. You mean so the victim could use the toilet? Subject couldn't do it because they weren't told what it was for. That's also true though. If he needed to go, he would just do it. Cleaning the isolation room was part of my daily routine. Might they showcase you the scene again? Where what happens if the subjects keep dirtying around the room, and what's our job as the doctor? Alright, what's next? Okay, take the broom and dust the pan. Okay, the creepy music is playing. Clean the bathroom. So you guys can see this is not a chocolate. This is more likely a manure that were being pooped by this person. So yeah, and this is the leftover foods. It's quite dirty, and I understand. There's a bone, chicken bone. We gave these children a chicken bone. Okay, another manure. Alright, empty the dustpan into the trash. After that, we can put it back to its places. Take the dirty Take the dirty sheets from the bed. Look how gross it is. We have to clean that soon. If we stay like that forever, it will make the room very smelly. Okay, let's replace it with the clean version. Now it's all set up. Take dirty clothes and put them in the basket. Okay, sorry, little kid, but my fate has gone to this way. It has driven me to do bad things to a human. This is unacceptable. Take the bowl. Oh. Hey, he noticed me. He noticed my turtle mask. He's like, what did you do to my items? Even though the subject cannot speak because he wasn't being taught to speak. So he's only speaking gibberish like animals. Now it makes me wondering, can a doctor actually treat animals like humans? Wouldn't that be more sensible experiment rather than treating humans as an animal? Why not treat animal like a human? I don't think that'll be sensible, but it's a worth of try. So the victim has seen you before, several times. What's his reaction? Never showed any expression. Not at all. That's because he never interacted with people, so he never gets scared, happy, or blah blah blah. But there is one scene that maybe, just maybe, will change that fact forever. We could hear another being invade to the bathroom, and it is a rat. Fine food, 0.5, 0 out of 5. Let's take the leftover foods, because the rat is so hungry, so he needs to go to the bathroom and find some food. Okay, leftover breads. Right. Okay, this is where the part I'm going to reduce the sensor. I want to show you guys the expression of this kid. If we have to put the sensor, we cannot see. And what he's gonna think? What is he going to do with the rat? He just smiles. The rat is like anxiously scared, being touched by a naked child. But wait a second. You guys think that he was going to do something with the rat. That's very bad, but no. Yeah, that is exactly what most of you guys would think. The same way as Edward. It was the first time I saw him smile, seemed happy. The rat was the first living thing interacted with him. It was his first and last friend. Last? Rats are dangerous. They can carry deadly bacteria. The plague, leptospirosis, okay, typhus, and many more. I don't want my subject to die early. Gotta get rid of the pest. Okay. We gotta get rid of the rats now. To prevent the deadly bacteria that's going to appear to the subject. The sleeping pills mixed in his foods are working. What? Oh, why don't you just let him sleep for his own will? Okay. It's time to terminate the rats. Wear the turtle costume once again. We have to stay anonymous all the time. Don't ever let the subject knows on how we look like. Yes, this child has been used with the human turtle. Human turtle. I wonder what happens when this kid is watching Ninja Turtles. Okay, let's interact the room once again. We're using this broom to attack the rat nest. Okay. Destroy the rat. Okay. May have a bad target, but I'll try my best. I'm sorry, little rat. But this was my task by Dr. Edward that I have to terminate you. I could just let it go by putting the rats back from this hole over there, instead by terminating the rat. Yeah, that was a quite horror for the rat. All of you rat viewers, don't ever watch this because you'll get nightmares when you watch it as a rat. Okay, fix the floor drain. This is to prevent the rat to come back inside of this room. Okay, wrap the rat. I like that little play of words. Wrap the rat. Okay. Then we can just throw that in the garbage and put it in the garbage chute. After I removed the rat, the subject cried for several days. He cried and screamed. No words were ever spoken. He also lost his appetite. The subject can actually feel loss. Isn't that interesting? I think every natural being does, except for animals. Okay, just humans actually. Changed my mind. What happened then? Here, let me just reduce, and this is what it would look like. He's gonna keep crying with that big, long hair. He keeps crying, and what's the doctor action? He just stayed upstairs and do nothing, acting like nothing happened. Nobody ever visited this man, or just thinking what's weird behavior that he's been doing. Not even his families, not even his friends. He's just all by himself, watching sports, especially tennis, eating pizza, and just sat down relaxed. He doesn't even realize that what he has done is definitely out of the line. I still don't understand. You're a psychiatrist, aren't you? Your job is to help people who are struggling. But why would you do something this cruel? Is there no pity? What makes you lack empathy? Bad past? Like being abused by your parents or bullied as a child? He has no emotions. Keep smiling. You're right. You usually think that people with dark pasts will have these grudges and traumas. They take it out to other people. Dr. Linda, how long have you been interrogating criminals? Questioning. About 7 years. Have you ever met a criminal with no record and no trauma who can act beyond limits? I did. I found cases like that few times. That's how I am. I come from a good family. My parents treated me normally. I have no trauma and hold no grudges against anyone. I just realized I have no empathy. I can't feel pity, sadness, pain, or suffering. Tried to fix it with psychological studies, but there were no results. During the years of researching the subject, I also hoped to feel pity, but my expectation never occurred. Some kind of a curse or a gift. At this, I felt flaw. But in the end, this is exactly what science needs, especially human science. Many humans' experiments are blocked by ethics and morals. To perform human experiments, the testers must have no empathy. They must be willing to do things society considers cruel. So you're a criminal scientist. Criminal scientist that's going to be suspended. Besides, I'm saving the subject for parents who didn't want him. If I didn't take him, he might have been abandoned to die or cold hunger. Yeah, I guess that's kind of true too. Instead of dying in vain, it's better if he becomes useful and gives us important data. I've gained much useful information from this research and recorded in a journal. I'm sure people will need it someday, including you. You committed this major crime just for information? You could be punished very severely. Yes. I've calculated everything and I know my consequences. I know I'll be punished heavily one day. And that's a sacrifice. I'll be a martyr in the world of science. Giordano Bruno, Nikolai Falkov, Michael Servetus are some of the martyrs of science. Lieutenant Jean Shiro, Ishii in Unit 731, performed insane human experiments during WW2. Even so, he was never tried. He was never tried as a war criminal because his information was so important. From everything you've said, it seems you don't regret this at all. The only thing I regret is that you came here too early. There are many things I haven't uncovered from this research. One of them is, what if the subject meets the opposite sex? Would they reproduce? What do you mean by that? Is there another child? No, it was just a plan. It requires adequate resource. One subject isn't enough to answer. Can they still be human? Can they still be a human? That question is more appropriate for yourself. This guy is not being taught moral etiquette. Ethic. Moral ethic. I think the parents been raised this child very badly. And I think that's the parents' consequences on why the child being like this. Oh look, this is the captain that we've seen from the beginning. He's bringing the teddy bear and also a flower, probably for the child. No, I think the child has been put into the hospital, so that's why. Excuse me. Is there anything I can help you with? I want to visit someone. Is he being treated here? What is his name? I don't know his name. He's the child from the captivity case. Who are you? Are you his family? I am not. Are you a reporter? I'm sorry, but he cannot be interviewed. He's being treated. Not a reporter, I'm a firefighter who rescued the child. Is that true? What brings you here? I just want to know how he is. Am I allowed to see him? Wait, let me contact the nurse in charge. Alrighty. Let's take a look around. Okay, what is our response? The nurse didn't answer the phone. Can't let you see the child without permission. If so, I understand. I might come back tomorrow. Hey, Emma. Ooh, Nurse Emma. You're just in time. This man wants to meet Gabriel. Who is he? Family? No, he's the firefighter who rescued the boy. So you're the hero who saved him? I was just doing my job. Nurse, am I allowed to visit him? Yeah, sure. Great, now we can get to see the child in captivity, which is Gabriel. I've heard that he has no name, so that's why the nurse gave him name. Very good. Okay, let's keep following the nurse until the place that we need to go. Probably here. Pediatric therapy room. May I go inside first? Because I'm older than you. Just kidding. We have no rights to do that because we're not the one who held this hospital. Before you meet Gabriel, I have to tell you a few things. Wait, nurse, sorry to interrupt. Gabriel is the child who was locked up in the house of fire, right? I didn't know his name was Gabriel. I was afraid that I had the wrong person. We got the right person, actually. Actually, this child didn't have a name, so we named him Gabriel. See, so what do you need to know? Gabriel is currently in the recovery stage. For years, he never interacted with anyone. Is he alright? His physical condition is good, but the developments are very slow. He can't talk, walk, or interact with the others yet. He needs extra attention and must be handled carefully because his trauma is so massive. Not just anyone is allowed to meet him. Only people assigned by the doctors. So I'm asking you to watch him from distance and don't talk to him. Okay, just to be extra precautions. Nurse, I brought a doll and flowers for Gabriel. Please give them to him. Alright, but I might not able to give them to Gabriel right now. Still needs to adjust. I understand. Alrighty. So we can get to see the room now. And here is Gabriel, the kid who was being experimented by Dr. Edward. I'm glad he's in the right spot. I think he still have time to being treated normally. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. What are you playing with? Toys. Those are called toys, but I get it. We're trying to interact with a person that haven't taught for many years and don't know how to talk. We still need to teach him how to talk properly. Oh, I'm sorry, did I scare you? Just relax. I'm a good person. Are you playing with the colorful balls? Can I play it too? This is quite emotional if you can keep it up with the game properly. But yeah, he's now at the good place. God has blessed this child. Alright, anyway, we're back at the hospital. You're now bringing foods to the child. Gabriel, let's eat. We're going to learn how to use spoon again, okay? Alright, honey. Let's eat together with some eggs, tomato, chips, bananas. Don't know what it is that for your French fries. And yada yada yada. Before we eat, let's pray first. Lord, thank you for this food. Bless this food so that every bite becomes positive energy for us. Please bless Gabriel too, Lord, so he recovers quickly and can play with children at his age. Amen. Alright, amen too. Lord will guide us all along. Come on, honey, let's take the spoon. Can you show me which one is the spoon? It's literally right there. Yes, that's right. That's right. That is the spoon that you should take. Good job. Now let's scoop the food. Do you know how to use it? It's been 5 months. Go on, you can do it, sweetie. I know you can. It's alright, I'll show you again. Okay, he got confused at that moment. So we have to teach him. Let's interact the spoon. And try to grab it, I guess. Scoop it, I mean. Follow me. Hold the spoon like this. Then scoop the food like this. Let's have an observation from the nurse, Emma. This can also be educative for your toddlers who haven't yet learned how to use spoon. You can try to copy this technique. Delicious. Now you can go and try. Good. That's how you do it. Now take it slow. Tap. Very quickly. Because he deserved it. He deserved the fast measures. Yay, you are so smart. Have another bite. Okay, let's do another spamming technique. Yum. I'm not even too sure what that food is, but it's great. It looks tasty too. Got mayonnaise in it. Good boy, you're doing great. It's tasty, right? Let's go outside and play once you can walk. We'll go to the playground. There are so many toys there. Would you like that? All of a sudden, she felt very emotional to the kid because she hasn't seen his smile for so long. Really wanted to see her smile. I haven't seen it even once until now. What kind of hell did you go through? It's just some terrible pain that you have to go through, and it is not appropriate. But at least he has survived from that temptations. Defendant Gavin Quentin Edward, so is Q. I was mentioning it wrong that time. You have been found legally and convincingly guilty and have admitted your cruel actions lasting for more than 7 years. Once I was 7 years old, I cannot think of any other words. I experiment this child. Okay, anyway, the court notes your guilty plea and it has been included in the legal considerations. However, your cruelty erases all chances for a reduced sentence. The victim has been forcibly deprived of his childhood and must bear unimaginable psychological trauma. Well, the court sentences you to 358 years in prison for inhuman treatment. I don't think human can live that long, so I guess it's an eternal life sentence. Next, regarding the change of possession and production of exploitation material of a minor, you're proven to have kept the video recordings documenting your cruel activities for 7 years, 2 months, and 17 days. Found 2,807 pieces of video evidence. Each video is one serious violation of the law. Thus, the court sentenced you to 5 years for each video. The total addition sentence for this change is 14,035 years. Wow. It's 2026 and we still haven't even reached to the 10,000s. With this, the total sentence imposed is 14,393 years in prison without the possibility of a parole. The sentence is legal manifestation for every second of trauma you gave to the victim. The purpose of this law is to ensure you will never breathe free air again and ensure society is protected from your threat forever. Man, if only the government can be like this in this country. Will be immediately transferred to this federal custody. The case dismissed. Spanked, spanked, spanked. Right. Yes, now being punished inside of the jail for 14,000 years. How would you like about that? 14,000 years. Nobody can live that long. I mean, that's if the future has served the serum for making us, eternal life. But I don't think that's possible. One day we're not going to be on this earth for sure. We cannot expect us to live in this world forever. That ain't going to work. And yeah, this culprit, Dr. Edward, has now realizes what he has done. Probably not, but he accepts the consequences. It is time for lunch. Wants to wash my face and hands before I go. with this dirty sink. Okay, this part I need to warn you guys a lot because there are so many bad things that were gonna happen later in this scene. I can only look back and there are so many people. Prisoner, blah blah blah. Hello there. What? New corner? Is there something I can help you with? Wow, he's actually quite handsome. I like him. Oh, weird. Could you please move aside? I'm heading for a lunch. Hey, take it easy. No need to be so tense. We're just here to give you a warm welcome. I don't need a welcome. Could you just move? Hey, who do you think you are, ordering people around? You have no idea where you are, do you? You're a special cell. Pretty boy. The dead end, far from the cameras and the guards. This wing is reserved for... Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. Being that is the lowest, most pathetic crime in here. And tradition says we have to give you a proper welcoming party. Could you just please move? I don't think so. We are being forced into this jail cell because I think I know what's gonna happen. Shut up. You're not done. Rhodes, Bella, teach him a lesson. But remember, don't touch his face because I want him to stay pretty. So you know we're gonna beat him badly. Beat Edward as many times as we can. Even the prisoners know that being this Edward gave and it's just unacceptable. That's why probably they want to torture him badly. Oops. Even the prisoners still acting like an actual prisoners knows about human ethics and morals. Even though sometimes they have to force by doing weird and dirty things. But yeah, that's how the world works. That's enough, Rhodes. Okay, you can let him go now, Bella. It's strange how his name is Bella. Get out of here. Can we though? If it's just me or the person who is waiting outside of the cell looks like the last culprit that we played from the series. Is that Betty? Once he figured out that he was being hijacked. Where do you think you're going? Hold him down. I'm not going anywhere. Just want to reach that shoes. Please let me go. I haven't done anything to you. Remember what you said, Edward. You'll have to face the consequences one day. And this is part of the consequences and temptations. Shut up. You're at the bottom of the food chain right now. Lower than a roach. You never do that, huh? Okay, you weren't able to block if you were innocent. Everyone in this wing is gonna want a piece of you. You're fresh meat. But I'm claiming you first. I don't like second-hand goods. Right, no. That is a part where it is not appropriate. So yeah. Mercy. Please don't. No mercy. Do not fight. Just enjoy the ride. Man. One day when you are similar to this person, Edward, I think you would feel the same too. If you are to somebody, trying to read that word, consequences, karma probably will go straight back to you. What are you doing, sweetie? Why are you daydreaming? Daydreaming? Yeah, I guess he's kind of daydreaming. It is late, let's go back to the room. Let me just clear up your toys. Okay, let's take the first bowl. colorful balls. Tidy up the toys and put them in the box. Get cubes with ABC. More cubes with alphabets. Beach ball volleyball. Reminds me of my cousin. Almost there. Yada yada daza. We've done it. Look at the miracle happened. The child is now slowly standing up and tried to learn to walk. You're finally standing up. Come on, honey. Try to walk. You can do it. Try it, sweetie. All right. Walk slowly. Slowly, pile by pile. I think this will take about an hour and 30 minutes. This will be like a movie now. And perhaps could be the longest Pikaboo series that I've done so far. It's not included the one with Pikaboo Stop since it has different endings. Thank you, Lord. You can finally walk. Keep it up, Gabriel. Keep fighting. Reaching your dream. You're going to recover. And then Gabriel said, Ma. Wait. You can talk too? Yes, honey. That's my name. Emma. Emma Stone. Come on, say it again. Emma Stone. Okay. And Gabriel said, Ma. This part is very emotional. The nurse has finally realized that the kid can finally talk for the first time by saying the first word that came on his mind, Emma. Emma has finally been known as the nurse who has adopted the kid in the nurse hospital since the time where he got adopted properly, not by that Edward Gavin. Gavin Quentin Edward, that one mad psychiatrist, but at least he has gone away with it and deserved the punishment. There, you look handsome and neat. And give me your smile. Alright, smile. You have to smile like that. Yeah, good. More of the smile. And he said yes. For many years, he has finally said yes. Mama Emma. We meet again later? Of course, honey. Of course. We will definitely meet again, I promise. I will always be there for you. You can call me or video call me anytime you want. But I am afraid. Don't be afraid, sweetie. Mama Olivia and Papa Thomas will look after you. And they will always look after you. We've spent a lot of time with them, haven't we? Olivia and Thomas are very kind and they love you very much. So you don't need to be afraid, honey. Alright? So Thomas and Olivia will be the adoptive parents for this kid. It is great though, since the actual parents of this kid has no emotion of care whatsoever. Everything is ready. Let's go meet your mom and dad. Adoptive version. Did you eat the cake that Olivia Mama brought? Mama Olivia? Yes. It was good, wasn't it? It is good. He still talks slowly. So bear with that. Mama Olivia is great at baking. You'll love living with them. You'll go to school soon, meet new friends and play together. It's going to be so much fun. it will. Gabriel promised me something. You must be a good boy. Be smart and smile more often. I promise, Mama Emma. Now they have to be split up so that they can have a normal family time. A nurse who has a son figure needs to be split up, but always known of by their good attitudes and their good behaviors. Thank you, Mama Emma. Thank you for everything. Oh, honey, of course. It was my joy to take care of you. I'm gonna be so happy and grateful that you have a father and mother now. The better version. You're not alone anymore. Now you have a family, and please take good care of yourself. Alrighty, we're giving the kids a new family, new supports, and better attitude. The end for Pikabuu Unhuman. For this series, there's only one ending, so be mindful, and also please take consideration on every actions that you do in this real life world. Don't ever underestimate humans, because of course later you'll have to accept the consequences. Always appreciate the others. That is the conclusion of this game today. And finally, we have unlocked the achievement, see it through the end. And that's all that we have achieved today. Great analysis, no bargaining, which we haven't done that. Doctor's cold diagnosis, and see it through the end. Okay, surprisingly we did not get the no bargaining one. Oh, I think that's because of the when the part where the woman who is a hooker that wants to have a price, and if we don't pay for that woman, I think we're good. But probably not the choice to, since we still need to be forced to pay. But anyway, we have finally finished this series of Pikabuu. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. This is me playing Pikabuu Unhuman, another great moral story game that were adapted by this creator and taken by a real life world kind of situation. Even though this kind of cases don't really happen that often, but there are some kind of case that ever happened to a child who was being abandoned and being taken care of some animals, like a dog taking care of a person. I remember that kind of case. But then the child has finally been adopted, so I think everything will be good now. The child might have a low adjustment, but I think she still can be an actual human afterwards. It's gonna have that similar vibes. But yeah, I can take the overall review for this game is completely great. It's almost as great as Pikaboo Stop. It has the great emotions. The horror vibes kind of less here, but it still kind of teach you a good lesson to it. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you want to download this, I'll leave it in the description. And that is all. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in another horror games. Bye bye.